G'day, Tiny here from Off Tap Brewing. Just on the way out to get another beer. So I had one today and it was nice, but it's empty, so I'm going to get another one. Probably going to get more than one. Whoop. I should show you my little setup in there, because it's pretty cool. When I've got enough beer fermented, I like to just set up a little fridge, one of my fermentation fridges. I like to just set it up as a makeshift dispensing fridge. So I've got a Dalek keg there with its line. The benefit of that is I can just connect that to any keg, but on this one I do have a little picnic tap, which I use sometimes, but I can put 3 or 4 kegs into a fridge. As long as one of them is a Dalek keg like that, then I just dispense from that keg, whether it's full or empty, just by moving that around. So, and that normally stays up against the chill plate or the cold part of the fridge, so the beer line stays pretty cold. That's a little makeshift dispensing fridge. When you've got too much beer as a home brewer, it doesn't happen very often, so that's all good. What else? What else today? The big beer. The big beer is going really well. Sorry about the sniffles. I'm pretty crook. I've got this massive head cold. It sucks. I've added my 2 kgs of dextrose to the to one of them, and it's still fermenting, still going pretty well. It got a bit violent there and all came out the top and made a big mess. The other one is still fermenting away slowly, so I'm sort of thinking that they're going to take a little while to go through. So that's the one there that I added the 2 kilos of Dex to, and it spewed out the top. But it's still going, still fermenting. That's still just chugging along. You can see where the Croissant was on that. It was right up there, right up nearly the top. That went obviously past the top, but they are smelling absolutely fantastic, which is a good and a bad thing, because I know because when I open the fridge I can smell all that smell. I know that the CO2 is driving the smell out of the beer, so all that smell that I can smell is wasted smells, if you know what I mean. CO2 scrubbing and that sort of stuff. If you don't understand CO2 scrubbing, go back through my catalogue of videos and you'll find a video in there I did on CO2 scrubbing. Whoa. Here's a Pilsner that I did with a SAF Lager T58, and it's been in there for a couple of weeks now, probably 3 weeks. Probably 3 weeks, and the esters are staying around, but they're changing. They're it reminds me of a Lafay or Lafay, that sort of Belgian style yeast. So I'm going to use it again, and I'm going to do a Belgian style beer like that. Now, I don't know if I've told you guys, probably not, probably haven't. If you guys are in Bubbles and Chalk, you know already, I suppose. I may have mentioned it in there, or I may not have, I don't know, I can't remember. This head cold's got me fucked. But I did a double batch of beer after one of Pint by Pint's podcasts, and it was getting pretty late and I was hammered. So the beer was never going to turn out any good, but I got to the boil, did the boil, added all the hops and turned it all off and went to bed. Covered the pot up with Glad Wrap and went to bed, which pre-boil, that would have been okay, But after boil was a sort of risky manoeuvre, because coming out the next morning I didn't want to boil it again. You know, I didn't want to bring it up to the boil because I was going to change the bitterness, the aroma and all the hops that I put in. So I just, my fault, got drunk, made the decision, did the call. It was about 40 degrees in the 45 degrees in the pot. Ripped the Glad wrap off and added it to my no chill cubes. Now the problem with that is there's not enough heat to sanitize the cubes. There's not enough heat to sanitize what's in the air. As I said, risky maneuver, but you know, I did it anyhow. And one started fermenting. There was a wild yeast in there. This is the second time it's happened to me. And yeah, so I grabbed it. As soon as I noticed it, I grabbed it straight away and I opened it up and I smelt it, and it smelt just like the last one that happened. Rancid, like really bad green apple sort of aromas, not really nice looking krausen in it. I thought, fuck it, this time I'm throwing it in a fermenter and I'm gonna add SAF Ale US-05 and see what happens. Now I did that, chucked it in the fermenter. Might as well give you a tour of it. There it is. Chucked it in the fermenter. It's a beautiful colour. Look at it. Chucked it in there. Added the US-05, and it stunky. It stank and stank and stank and just stinky brew. But as we're getting to sort of the end of second stage fermentation, that smell went. And there was a nice clean yeast smell in there. So just smelling that now, which is probably not good because my nose is all stuffed up. Now that smells so clean and nice, like it never happened. Like, obviously, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze, or I'm not. Fuck, this head cold sucks. Pardon me. Alright. Alright. Terrible. Sorry you had to see that, guys. No editing. Yeah, a really nice clean yeast smell come out of it. I can smell the hops. I'm not getting any of that dank, rotten, sort of green apple. Yeah, on my sleeve. That's where it's going, on my sleeve. That green apple off smell, all gone. I can smell the Zythos that I put in there. It's a Zythos only beer. Now, after noticing that and that going funny, I stuck the other cube out in the fridge. Sorry, I'm just checking what's going on here. Temperature's a bit shit in here. Maybe the fridge has gone bung. Getting cold. And that fridge is a bit high at this point. But yeah, I chucked that in there. I think it's fermenting as well. It's a little bit pressurized, so I'm going to sterilize some gear and whack that in the fridge. Just noticing, I think something might have been wrong with the fridge. It might have been open or something. I could blame the wife. Temperature's dropping, it's 15 degrees. I'll just open it and give it a swirl. That was pressurized, so that is fermenting. So that does need to get fixed up as well. Hopefully haven't wasted both the batches, but you know, as I said, my fault entirely. I was really drunk when I brewed it. What's wrong, Ella? Go inside, leave me alone. I was really drunk when I brewed it and made the call and pay the price, you know what I mean? Make the call, pay the price. Or make the call and save the day. Who knows? Who knows? It was a gamble. Go inside or something. Stop whinging at me. I'll be in there in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna go and clean a fermenter. Go and clean a fermenter for me, Ella. Go on. Dogs. They can sit and bark, but wash a fermenter out for you. Man's best friend, they say. Alright guys, so it's a bit of an update what's going on in the brew house. I've obviously got two 2 beers that I've got to sort out. Bit of wild yeast going on in there. That one's nowhere near as bad as the other, so I think that one, I'll get that on now, and yeah, it'll all be hunky-dory. Alright guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday.